everyone, it's Christy from Green Eyed Tarot. I'm here to just film a little bit of a ramble, if you will, about one of the goddesses that I work with really closely and some happy mail related to that I received today. And I apologize because my dishwasher's running. So if you hear that in the background, I'm very sorry, but it's dinner's been made, everything's been done and put away, and now the dishwasher's running. So I wanted to just to come on and talk a little bit about this this area of my desk, of my sacred space, desk slash sacred space that I spend a lot of time in. It's where I film a lot of my videos. And I spend a lot of time over here, and I received some happy mail today, so I'm going to talk about that in a second. But as you can see, I have sort of a collection of things. I tend to fill this space with little things that represent either the goddesses that I work with, or just symbols and things that mean something to me, to my spiritual practice. And since I read tarot a lot in this space, this is where I do, read tarot a lot. It's kind of all connected for me. So I wanted to just come on and gush a little bit, if you will, about the happy mail I received and just some of the things that I have here that are set up in this area. So this is the Goddess Artio. And I love this depiction of her. So this is from the Celtic Goddess Oracle. And this is by Judith Shaw, is the creator of this deck. And I love it. I use this deck mostly for like altar type cards, like to sort of bring in the energy of these different Celtic goddesses. And that's how I really use this deck. I don't really pull. Sometimes I do, but mostly they're for altar cards. So this has been out in this area because this is a goddess that I work closely with, like I was saying. And obviously there, from the imagery on this card, you can see that Artio is very closely connected to bears and bear energy. And so bears are sort of a symbol that I've always loved. I've loved bears. My whole life I've collected like teddy bears. I've been a teddy bear like enthusiast. I still have a collection of teddy bears that I will never give up. Don't care how old I get. So bears have always been sort of this symbol for me that I've connected with. I've always had this connection to bear energy. I'm definitely one of those people who is like, if you know how you're ever asked those questions, like if you could get away, would you go to the beach or the mountains or the lake, right? And I always say mountains, right? I always say the forest. That's always going to be my go-to. I live on an island, which is interesting, and I'm not really into the beach. Like, I love the beach, I love the water. It's a nice place to go, but it's not like where I choose to go on vacation, things like that. I'm not like a tropical climate type of person. I definitely prefer to be cold, which is weird because I know most people don't prefer to be cold, but especially now that I'm getting older, and again in those years where I'm hotter more than I am cold, I do love a cold climate. So I have a winter soul. I've talked about that before. So I'm definitely more of a forest and connect with sort of those energies of the forest. So bears have always been such a connection for me to different things. And so this is just like my little altar space that's somewhat dedicated to Artio. There's a lot of other things here representing, but I do have lots of little bear things. So I have like this little bear charm that I got in a little shop in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, that sells just these little charms. Like they're little good luck charms, and they all mean something a little different. But that's the little bear, and I just absolutely love him. And then I have this bear token too, which I love because he looks like he's climbing a tree, like, or he's doing his little scratches on the tree. And this one I believe I got from Bridget's Grove, which is a great shop. Molly Reamer is part of that and runs that shop, and she does all the 30 Days of Goddess, and she creates these little goddesses here. So this is from Bridget's Grove as well. So this is a depiction of Nematona. So she's the goddess of sacred groves. So you can see sort of her charm here is like a tree, or it's supposed to look like a grove. So so she creates all these goddess figures that you see. And so I got this actual little charm, just like a little altar piece, if you will, of a bear. And then I have this little guy who's also a bear. I don't know if anyone remembers, like, do you remember collecting these? I collected these as a kid, and I always wonder what happened to my collection. I had like all these animals, and it was like a thing. I had them in like this little tin box, and I collected all of these little animals. But so I recently was able to acquire this. I got this at an outdoor sale, like one of those like sales where people are selling like vintage items and things. And so I was able to pick him up, that little bear. He's a little stone bear. And then this one's probably one of my favorites. So I also got this at a little like outdoor sale, like flea market type of vintage market. And so this one, I don't know if anyone remembers, these used to come. So they used to have these little animals in, it was a brand of tea, and I can't remember, for the life of me, I can't remember the tea. It's Rose something. And the tea would come in a tin, and inside each tin, you would get a little animal, like a little animal figure, a little like ceramic animal. And so when I went to this vintage market, this woman had so many of them. Like she had a whole bowl of them, and I think they were like $2 each. And I was like digging around in this bowl, and right at the bottom was this little bear family. And I just fell in love with it, right? It's a bear. But I just love that it's like this little bear family. And to me, it just represented sort of the protective type of energy that I connect with the Goddess Artio, being this sort of mama bear type energy, right? This bear protection. And she's also really, I feel like as a goddess energy, I connect with her around the winter, because we think of bears as that hibernating animal, right? They're hibernating and sort of tucking away for the winter. And I love that sort of feeling of tucking away. I love the feeling. That's why I love winter so much. Sort of that idea of wintering and sort of going somewhat dormant and really being reflective and introspective and that hermit energy, really that hermit energy. So I love that connection as like that connection to protection, but also this hibernation and sort of turning inward. And then I also have this marvelous key that was carved. This was carved out of, and for the life of me, I can't remember what type of wood. I wish I could, but this was carved from wood and then stained and, of course, painted to look like a bear. And I just adore this. This is made by Divinity Craft, is their name on Instagram. Divinity Craft, and I believe they have an Etsy shop. But I just love them, and I love their face on it, and it's just a beautiful depiction, and I thought such a wonderful addition to my altar that is in honor of the Goddess Artio, and just, of course, bear energy in general, right? And now I'm never going to get this to stand up again, but that's okay. So that's really, like, again, just my little area that's dedicated partially to Artio. Like I said, I have other things here. I have my wolf, and there's definitely other, bringing in other symbols and things like that. But that is one that I connect a lot with, and I work with this goddess. And it's so amazing when you find other people, right, that you connect with, and especially in this case, a deck creator that I've been able to purchase their decks, which I'm so thankful for, and that actually work with Artio as well, and are heavily connected to her as a goddess. And so I'm just gonna tilt my camera down a little so that I can show you my happy mail from today. So I received this sweet little package, and when I opened it, it was so lovely to see. I just sort of like giggled out loud, literally, to see this little sticker with this bear. And like I was just talking about this little bear family, and look at this little bear hugging the big bear hugging the little bear. I mean, can you just not? It's so cute. And then of course, there was this card in the package too, which is the 10 of Earth from the Tarot of the Huntress, which has fastly become one of my favorite decks. Just so beautiful. And of course, this is by the wonderful Kara Small, who is Forest Moon Maiden on Instagram, and the creator of Tarot of Persephone's Garden, as well as Tarot of the Huntress, and who also has some other wonderful offerings in their shop. So that's why I really wanted to come on here and show you, you know, just another item that you can get from Kara, that they are not only a brilliant deck creator, but also a purveyor and creator of other wares that you can purchase. And I will definitely link Kara's shop in the description box below. But this is something that I saw, and I immediately, you know, had to scoop it up because of the work that I do with Artio. And let me tell you, the package was so nicely wrapped. It was so protected. Like, look at how wrapped this is. It was so well wrapped, and of course in this little bag and with these little extras. It was just so nice. So this is, I'm so excited about this. So this is the Artio Ritual Oil. And Kara's shop is Chthonic Forest. That's the Etsy shop. She has a Chthonic Forest Instagram as well, and then also has the Forest Moon Maiden. So again, I will link everything in the description box below. I just want to make sure I share that information. So this is the Artio, and can we just talk about the label that's on here and this bear imagery? And so I believe it was sort of described as like a very woodsy, as I would imagine, a woodsy scent. And I'm gonna open it, and of course I'm gonna take a nice, so it's in a nice amber bottle, roller ball. Ooh, that's delicious. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put this on like immediately. Oh, that is so nice. Oh, I'm trying to think what I'm smelling. Maybe cedarwood. Possibly some orange. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. So, so that's a ritual oil, and it can be used to like anoint yourself. Obviously, you can wear it as like sort of like a fragrance, right? Because it smells so good. Obviously, testing it on yourself. I do know that I believe Kara uses, I believe she's using fractionated coconut oil and now jojoba oil, I believe, as well as the base for these oils. So that's something to just consider and obviously look into, just to make sure if you're going to get anything that you want to use on yourself. But it's just great for anointing like tools like this that I have in this area, and I'm just thrilled to have it. And it was just such a happy little package to get today. And of course, with this little extras, and now so I can now use this card instead of taking the card out of my deck, I can use this now on my altar as well to represent Artio, because this is that bear energy, and I can use it as a bookmark. So I'm so excited to have received this package, and I'm very thankful for all the care that it was created with and it was sent with. So that's the Artio Ritual Oil from Chthonic Forest on Etsy. And I'm gonna put it right here in my little altar space right now, and it just smells so, oh my gosh, it smells so good. It's getting better. Oh, that's delightful. Ooh, it smells so good. Okay, I'm so excited. So thank you so much for being here, just for this little ramble and little chat about Artio, and a little mini tour of my space that's dedicated to her as a goddess. And again, I'll link everything in the description box below so that you can check out Kara's shop. As I said, not only a talented deck creator, but also it creates some wonderful, other wonderful products that you can take a look at. So definitely check that out. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.